Hi friends, my name is Abhishek and today's topic is Autowired in Java. The Spring Autowired annotation is used for automatic dependency injection. Spring framework is built on dependency injection and we inject the class dependencies through Spring Bean configuration the file. The Spring Autowired annotation is the configuration in Spring Bean configures the file. It can be done by the context annotation config element or by defining a bean of type organize Spring framework bean. Factory annotation, auto-wired annotation, bean post processor, qualifier annotation. This annotation is used to avoid conflict the bean mapping and need to provide the bean name that will be used for auto-wiring. This way we can avoid some issues where multiple beans are defined for same type. With annotation usually work with the auto-wire annotation for constructor with the multiple argument. We can use for annotation with the argument names in the method. By default, Spring Bean on auto wiring is the turn off. Spring Bean auto wired is default value. Default that means the no auto wiring is be performed. Auto wiring value no argument have the same behavior. To showcase the use of Spring Bean auto wiring, let's we create the simple Spring Maven project. Our project will look like below image. Let's look in the each of the auto wire option one by one. For that we will create a model bean and service class with the inject of the model bean. Spring auto wire annotation Maven dependencies for Spring auto wiring. We don't need to add any additional dependencies. Our pom.xml files of Spring framework core dependency when it is bean will the initialized by the Spring framework. Bean with the name as employee will be used to auto-wired annotation except the default of boolean value is true we get defined is to be false so that Spring framework don't throw any exception is no suitable bean is found for auto-wired. Auto-wiring annotation is the configuration file, Spring Bean configurate file, the main part of the any Spring application. Let's the each part of the it. This is all about auto-wiring in Java. Thank you.
Wiring?